What is up, everybody? Turns out I forgot to film an intro. So, just a warning, this is, as the title suggests, one of the worst videos I've ever posted. So, just be aware of that. I will throw in some clips at the end from the Florida trip, if y'all didn't get to see that. Because, well, they're not really long enough to make a full video of them, so stick around if you want to see those. I think they're pretty cool. And, yeah, let's get into the video.
Alright, so a few things we have to talk about first. Oh my goodness, it is hot. Wow. We're talking like 93 to 95 with 85% humidity. It is hot. But if you don't know what the food chain challenge is, it's this. You start out with something small, like a worm, a cricket, anything. Try and catch a bait fish, and then use that bait fish to catch a bigger fish. So, our bait. Our bait is some worms that I went and found last night. In the middle of the night. I only got like 5 because it was the middle of the night. And I didn't want my neighbors to think that they have an insane person for a neighbor. So, yeah, should be enough though. I mean, y'all can kind of see the area we're in. I guess let's just get these rigged up and hopefully catch ourselves a bait fish. I'm only going to give us about, I don't know, 2 hours to complete this challenge. So we need to make the bait fish the quickest part because catching our biggest fish, which is probably going to be a catfish, is going to take a while, I'm sure. Our rig is, just your simple little bluegill rig. Got our slip bobber. For some reason, I cannot think of what these weights are called. And then a tiny little hook that is no bigger than my fingernail. So let's get one of these worms rigged up here. I'm pretty sure I killed these worms last night. I put them in my fridge. I guess I shouldn't have done that. You live and you learn, I guess. I think it'll be fine though. Just a tiny little piece. We don't need that big of a bait fish, so just gonna set these guys back here. Guess we don't have to worry about them dying today, keeping them in the shade because, well, there is no shade on this kayak. Let's go ahead and paddle out a little bit. Honestly, we might just try right here without even moving right now. Yeah, let's do that. Thinking right over there by those trees should be pretty good. Perfect. Now, something else to mention. If y'all are wondering why you haven't seen well, really any videos, we have had torrential downpour. All of our waterways are up about 2 to 3 foot. Everything is closed, except I'm pretty sure this boat ramp that I use because it's not like actually ran it. Just somebody in the community put it in, I'm pretty sure. So nobody runs it. Wow, this is taking forever. It's already been out there 5 seconds. Really wish there was some shade over here. Oh, you know what? There actually is some over there. That might be better. I mean, there's tons of shade over here, but none that I can really cast to and, retrieve, if that makes any sense. Wow, that was horrible. There we go. That's the cast I've been trying to make. I don't know if anything's going to be up here. The water is significantly cooler because, like I said, we have gotten tons of rain. So I'm thinking they might be up here, just maybe in the shade. What are the odds that I can't even catch a bait fish? That'd be really sad. But I'm only going to give these spots like 5 minutes each because, if you're going to catch a bluegill on a worm, you're going to catch a bluegill on a worm. If you're not, then well, you're not. And it'll happen within like 2 seconds. So, all right, yeah, we're moving. The spot sucks. Probably because I've been over here making a ton of noise. Once we get to the new spot, we'll add some more worm to our hook. Maybe they need a little bit more enticement. We'll just ride this bank and see what we can do here. The wind is blowing that way, so the bank here is making a nice wind blocker. All right, why don't we just drift over here? Let's go ahead and get another piece of worm ready. Honestly, I think we're just gonna put on that whole piece right there. All right, there we go. That should be a little bit better. A little bit. Anyway, well, let's get back to where we're actually going now. I think there's a little pocket up here. I'm just gonna go sit in. Let's see here. What do we got? Anything good? I don't know. Actually kind of looks pretty good. I don't know how deep it is. Something else too. I think I'm gonna move our bobber up just a little bit, or down rather, I guess. All right, let's go over here, like right on the edge of the shade. Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be pretty good. Bunch of minnows back here. I mean, you'd think there'd be a bluegill or two hiding in here. Well, shucks. That was a bigger fish. Hold on. Oh yeah, we're getting a bite now. Oh, we got hit. We got one hit. That was it. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna try and cast anyway, back into that shade, like all the way back in there, a little more towards that little opening. Well, we're getting bites. That's good. Although it's drifting towards us now, which is not what I want. I wanted it to stay over there. Get us in the shade. Getting messed with a lot. Alright. So it seems like they are over there. They got messed with a lot. I'm going to check our worm. Okay, we're still good. I'm probably going to go ahead and put on another piece. Get us back over there. Just because these don't really stay on that well since they're hot. Alright, let's go. Where are we going? I don't know. Guess back to just riding the banks. I say banks, but it's really like 30 feet of water through trees, and then you hit the banks.
Check out that
We can go
brush
check
out
out
there
that brush
too.
out there too. Um,
Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do
yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
that. And then we'll come back.
And then we'll come back. That was horrible. That was genuinely horrible. Turn around. I'm gonna try and do this after I casted, but that ain't gonna work. Alright, take two. There we go. That was better. We are drifting really fast. Kind of sucks. Y'all watched one of the previous videos, y'all know that we lost the old anchor, so yeah. I ain't really got a way to keep myself staying right here where we need to be staying. If you know what I mean. The wind is severely affecting cast out here. Y'all, that ain't even my fault, okay? You can't say nothing about that. That ain't my fault. Somebody else got snagged in this tree. Now it's making me look like an idiot because I got stuck in their lime that I didn't see until I saw it. There's freaking huge bumblebees over here, too. That's nice. Plus, we're stuck on kayak's handle. We're just gonna have to cut that. Sucks is I have no idea what's my line and what's theirs. Anyway, we just have to cut this. Alright. That should be good. I love how... Oh, never mind. I'll take back what I was about to say. Yeah, I think it's too windy out here, to be honest. We're gonna have to go try somewhere else. Sucks. Really sucks. This spot over here looks decent. Guess we'll find out if it is or not. Looks like a big little cove. It's nice and calm. But again, water being up so high could really be affecting things. Or maybe I just suck. It's probably both, honestly, but probably more towards the latter end of that. Something's up. Whether they're just out way in the middle, which they very well could be, but again, the water's not that hot. Bluegill are sunfish. Alright, bro, let's check this out. I've never been over here, so I don't know what's usually land and what's usually water. Oh yeah, this looks pretty decent. Nice and calm. Seems like there's a strong current back in here, which is kind of odd. We also barely have any worm left. I didn't notice that until right now. Yeah, no wonder there's such a strong current in here. It's all being drawn out back to the lake. Where are we feeling like is the best option? Let's go over there. That's off by itself. Should be a little bit deeper. Whether it actually is, I don't know. No, let's go in there and then come around and go hit that up. No, I'm saying a lot because I can panic. Oh, we spent over an hour doing this by now, I think. Somewhere in there. Over here looks good, over there looks good, and over there looks good. So we're gonna hit up these 3 spots. And if nothing, we might go try the bridge, and if nothing, then we're just gonna have to get out of here. Alright. Let's go hit up those over there. This is only, well, heck, hang on. About 1.5 feet deep. Don't sound like much. Whenever you take in account that out there is only about 3. I mean, I don't really think it'd make that big a difference, would it? To be up here and be up there? We're gonna try these trees over here, and I'm gonna see how deep that is. Honestly, I think we can all confidently say this. Worst video on the channel. Worst one. I've definitely been out here an hour. Fishing with arguably one of the best bluegill baits that there is in prime bluegill country. Shallow, deep, deep, shallow. Definitely could have did some things different. Spent a little more time out deep. Brought more worms with me. I don't know. Maybe we're just gonna have to do something other than fishing for a while. So for any of you who don't know, wow, that thing is on crooked, ain't it? I have to paddle to get to the survival shelter, which is why you haven't seen that in a while. Because it's on an island that is maybe like 2 inches above a water level. So if it barely rains any, it's going to flood over there. But it's probably about a foot and a half underwater. Freaking carp just surfaced right beside me. Yeah, you guys are going to have to comment what y'all want to see. Because there ain't much I can do, to be honest. Kind of sad. I mean, we can do, we can definitely still fish. I mean, we're just going to change up our game plan a little bit. I guess the bluegills ain't all that active. I know the kitty cats still are. I don't know about the bass. At least in this section of the lake, which is the only section of the lake that I fish. So they probably all moved out deeper, out towards the deeper end of the lake, which is a few miles that way. So really, really, absolutely horrendous video. Until next time, gotta sneeze. Lost that too. Dang, this day is just horrible. Till next time, bye.